want every side to come together to attempt to take down the 100 side.
Man, they gotta understand.
We want all the smoke.
We go off the content.
Three, two, one. Hey there, welcome back to the channel where we keep it real. No capping. I'm your host, bringing you nothing but straight fire and authenticity. Today, we're diving into 12 rooms that I got to promote. The 100 ENT showroom, hosted by Big Wack100. The Beehive room. Love and R&B room, hosted by the queen of the 100 side, R&B. No room for the weak. No mercy room. Spin the block room. 100 ENT Jailbreak Squad room. 100 ENT South room. Petty Betty and Toxic Tanya room. Dangerous Minds room, hosted by Beast. Good Burger, hosted by Pitbull. Sleepless in LA, and many more. If you want to get closer or you want to be a part of the show, go to Clubhouse, follow one of these rooms, or you look for a room titled with Wack100. These particular videos all made possible by the one and only Wack100. Get ready to vibe with me as we explore the hardest topics that need some real recognition in the streets. Let's jump right into it and show some love to this channel by hitting the like and or subscribe button. So, without further ado, hold it down. One mic on Wack.
Me, Sharice.
To hear the.
Already got a recording.
Okay, so at the end of the day, it's like a lot of people speaking on my name because they know I'm in here. You get what I'm saying? I know damn sure with all the lies and stuff like that they coming out with, talking about the people and all that. Like, they can't find out one statement with me, right? And second of all, another thing is he gets mad because I asked him about CS2 back. Right. Third thing is, I'd be mad if somebody got a bigger light than you, more popping name on the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now I'm gonna peel back every single layer about the goofy. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, you a buster when you have to literally wait until somebody go to jail to pop it. But when I was on the streets with them, and I'm calling them all out for fades, and I'm gonna beat them up and do this and do that, nobody was saying anything. They was quiet. And when I go to come to jail, they had the courage, and I'm locked up. That's some buster shit. You get what I'm saying? Then they want to attack a woman, my wife or whatever like that. Even if you was wrong, it's gonna always be right to me. That's what a real man does, because you are my wife. We took vows together.
Nigga crazy.
So the goofiness they talking about is all stems because he's mad because Dirk don't f with him. You know what I'm saying? And when
Dirk? I assume he's now maybe talking about Brick.
No, he said Dirk.
Yeah, Dirk don't f with him, but I assume he's not talking about you. Because why the hell would you care if Dirk didn't f with you? That sounds more like he's talking about Brick.
Dirk thing or whatever like that, all the energy changed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Dirk never did an interview or anything like that with nobody since he's been locked up. But me having that much power or whatever, and he's looking out and he a good dude, he did it for me. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I think that, man, when we talk about stuff like that, they would try to lie and put smut on you and to say all types of other things because they have really nothing to say. I'd be mad.
Baby, you know, the thing about it is, right, my interview and conversation with academics wasn't even pertaining that specific individual. And it just sucks that things got taken out of context. It sucks that things were taken in a negative way opposed to a joke. Because, you know, people can joke and do things, but others can't. I just don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just, you know, I'm tired of the nonsense. It doesn't warrant a threat to where I lay my head or a threat to where my businesses are. It doesn't warrant none of that. Now, when we get to there, then I'm sorry, all gloves are off now, because it's like you want people to respect you, but you don't know how to be respectful. And I'm trying, you know, people saying I need to stay in a woman's place. I understand all of that, but when you didn't do anything wrong, and someone is just coming at you.
Stop that for a minute. She don't think calling a man a bitch is doing something wrong.
Right, because that's why you were annoyed with her in the first place.
She said I was a nigga's mistress. And then she said it was that ain't no trolling. What the... I don't understand. First of all, you on a platform that I opened up for you. Let's start there.
Right.
And then you go on there for whatever reason. I don't know what the I got to do with y'all conversation and say I'm his mistress. But for him to say, even if you wrong, you right? Nah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, if my woman's wrong, you're wrong.
Yeah. We can't just baby women and act like they're in the right no matter what. And if my girl says something wrong, and he knows that too, because when we were on the phone and she started talking shit, he told her, hey, be quiet.
Not only that, I told her 10, 15 times, hey, listen, you doing shit that's disrespectful. You gonna start some shit. I told her this. I said, ain't nobody gonna win. You got a fresh baby over there.
Right.
Your man ain't motherfucking Terminator. He like everybody else walking around here. Right? On any given day. Every dog have his day. This is a fact, right? So I'm like, I don't understand why you keep picking and doing shit and saying shit. So for you to say you can't find nowhere where I'm on the internet trolling his wife, calling her mother, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, that ain't what I do. We don't got that. I don't got that kind of relationship with my woman to do that. She can call me bald head. She's not gonna call me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I don't care what he's saying. And all that tough acting, overdoing the shit. I don't know what the Dirk is. He said he got power because he got Dirk. Dirk got on the phone to talk academics. If that's power, cool. Him and academics. I'm pretty sure Dirk said his phone, this is his family. You on there with that, cool. What do I care that you got Dirk on the phone to I mean, I know Dirk in real life. Right. You know, bro in jail. Like, why would I trip that? Like, I'm not. See, he got to understand the shit that he's trying to gain. Been there, done that, gone, and it's there if I needed to utilize it just with a phone call, right?
Yeah.
I'm not. There's a whole lot I know about Dirk's situation because I'm tied to people that's very close to Dirk. But I don't get. But then again, this is what he's doing before he went to jail when he tried to make up the fake problem. Right. Y'all caught it. Y'all like, yo, bro, what did you know what I'm saying? What are you talking about?
Which, okay, in Trablo Ross's Big U documentary, which I know that you watched because you wanted something edited out of it, but that, he basically put forth a narrative that Luce Cannon was mad at you, not because of denying that his house got swatted by the feds or whatever, but because he felt like you and Luce Cannon were getting too close to exposing something that was ultimately gonna...
If you're reading the paperwork, right, you'll see where the two task force started. It was two task force, one specifically for rolling 60s. This is where you got all those other dudes in there that got nothing to do with Big U, right? That they're part of the rolling 60 task force. Called niggas selling guns, selling dope, whatever they called them doing. Had nothing to do with Big U. And then you had the Big U Enterprise Task Force. So if Trap Lord is really paying attention to what he's reading, you will see whenever an investigation starts, it has to conclude, has to end, right? Now, all being 600 knew about was the grid program, and we thought it was some fraud shit going on, right? Which I spoke on here. He got pissed off at one of ex-NFL player, right? But we didn't really know. He wasn't hiding that because he was telling people around the neighborhood he might have to go do 3-4 years. Big U wasn't even hiding that, right? None of us knew nothing about the taco lady, the murder. Now, Brick had mentioned it, but we didn't know what he's talking about. A body in Vegas, we don't know what he's talking about. And the extortion. I don't even think, now, Big U knew about the taco lady. It's in the paperwork. He knew about the murder. It's in the paperwork because they came and served a warrant to draw his blood, and, you know, his wife is calling, he's calling. He knew about whatever fraudulent charges he had coming on. I don't think he knew about the extortion because it says up until March 14th, 15th, was still collecting the extortion money, right? So again, we don't know about the full scope. We don't know that it's a rolling 60 task force and a Big U. The closest we do about a Big U Rico is Brick Baby telling 600 this in June, which you've been hearing me say for a while now, right? So for him to say, and I don't believe Luce knew. When you're reading the paperwork, out of all the guys in there, he's the only a part of one situation. The other guys are intertwined in the club shit, the extortion shit, this, that. I don't think he knew about the other stuff. So for Trap Lord to say, I think Luce was getting nervous about, he's not gonna get nervous about something that even he don't know is coming. Now, from stories he's told me, which I don't know if it's true or not, he did say he was arrested 2024 sometime, right? Which me and 600 didn't believe, because when we called his significant other, or she told us, I'm like, all right, what's his information? So she gives us the information. So I had a team go search and see where he at. We thinking he got a bail. We don't know. Allegedly, it's the feds. We have no idea. She just said he pulled up in the gas station, they raided, snatched him, searched the car, tore the car up, and boom, right? So I'm like, damn, we can't find him nowhere. I'll wait an hour or two. Can't find him. 600 said, man, give me that information. Let me send it to his brother. His brother was out. 600 know his brother. I ain't never met his brother. He said, hey, bro, is this Luce real information? He says, hell no. That ain't his real date of birth. That ain't how he spelled his name. And that's not his ID number. His brother knows Luce's ID number by heart. So he gives us all the real shit. We run it. Still nothing come up. Now, this happens a day before, so Ben is supposed to close out. It's like one of the earlier times it started happening before I caught on. Next morning, we get a call, right? She's allegedly driving back to Vegas, whatever. We get a call at 9 o'clock the next morning. They just let Luce out. He's out. I said, where he at? San Diego. I said, San Diego? I thought this nigga got arrested in LA. Yeah, the feds took him to San Diego. Feds took him to San Diego. Right? I said, all right, but shit, I'm gonna send him a black car. She said, no, his partner gonna drive from Riverside to come get him. I said, that don't make sense. That's a 100-yard run to come down and go up. He can already be up, right? He said, no. He said his homie is already on the way. I don't think nothing of it. I'm telling myself, check the system. So we go check San Diego, right? Nothing's there. So now let's fast forward to now. Everybody arrested. When he gets on the phone with me, he tells me it's about a dispensary. Big U telling. That's what he tell me. I said, dispensary, Big U telling. He like, yeah, man, some shit happened at the dispensary. Big U telling, we mentioned Monster. At the time, I'm not putting Monster together with Dale, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. We get to October. He calls me on the phone with Dale. Him and Dale's talking. He trying to get Dale to say Big U told on him. Dale say, at the time, we don't know that Dale was victim, what Dale wired. We don't know.
Right.
And what's crazy, them phone calls, I'm pretty sure they got because Dale's on his phone. Luce say, Wack, get the content. I'm just listening. So they talking about the whole ordeal. So I'm like, I'm listening. Boom. March comes. This is when shit gets weird. If the feds pick you up in Los Angeles, they not gonna drive San Diego to talk about a case.
Over 2 hours.
To talk about a case, 140 miles. To talk about a case that's obviously LA based. Why?
Yeah.
Because everybody that got picked up in March went to MDC LA. Nobody went to San Diego.
Right.
So now I'm sitting back and I'm saying, what? We couldn't find you nowhere in the system. I heard you on the phone with this dude talking freely about all kind of shit. And I'm thinking, now that we're looking at the paperwork, police really got it. They got everything, because what y'all was talking about on that phone is everything. And if Dale was still wired giving Big U federal extortion money, then his phone damn sure wired on wherever he's calling, right? So now the things I do know, when I keep hearing, I'm about to get out, I'm finna get out, even though you getting multiple denials, right? Based upon pending cases and this, that, and other shit are potentially gonna pop up. And the conversation I know you had with victim one, who you in fact are in there for. Death, you went in. The things you said about Big U, who you was, who you are to Big U, on this man's phone to this man. There's no way, bro, that can happen.
Okay.
When we done, I'm gonna let you hear it. It's no way possible. But the call I got a week and a half ago about what motherfucker wanted, why they wanted it, you know, we gonna kick it off a little bit. I get a call from his significant other saying, he said Big U trying to pin a murder on him. I said, what? He said, yeah, he said something about Money Mike. I said, I ain't got nothing to do with Luce Cannon.
Yeah, who's Money Mike?
This dude that got unalive, right? I said, that has nothing to do with Luce Cannon. Why would Big U do that, right? See, I don't know, but he says you may have access to a video that can help him show it wasn't him, right? I said, I think I know somebody that may have that video. Let me make a call, right? So I make the call, I get the video. I'm not thinking nothing of it. I sent it over to her, right? Because in my head, I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. Big U finna like pin something on this dude that ain't him. So 2-3 days go by, I ask her, I said, hey, did they try to pin the murder on Luce? And I said, well, how did Big U tell him this? She says, well, they was down there to get their blood drawn and ran into each other. And Big U said, that's why I'm gonna put Money Mike's body on you, right? So I'm like, that don't even make sense. So 2-3 days go by, another 2-3 days. I said, yo, did they charge him with it? And she says, no, not yet. And then after that, I started to hear, I'm about to get out. That's where the red flag was waved. I'm like, you about to get out?
You're suggesting...
Hey, bro, when it comes to the feds, it's only one thing make a move. Bodies.
Right.
Right? It's the only thing make a move.
Well, they pursue other crimes as well.
No.
Not much.
You're talking about, you want to get out, shit, it's bodies. So now...
okay, now we're good, yeah.
Look, that's the video. You can press it if you want to. You'll see what's on it. Yeah, you gonna see it. It's gonna happen.
Looks like a carjacking.
No, bullshit. Pay attention.
A murder.
So unalive, right?
Yeah. Well,
now this video, this ain't no motherfucking...
that was this Mike guy.
Yeah, that's Money Mike that got unalive, right? So this video been floating, right? So nobody in there is loose. So if you look, watch it, I'm gonna show you the word. So if you look at it, you're gonna read it. You'll read why I sent it. Go top on the bottom, I sent it. Right? You see, I'm like, I don't know why Big you were doing like that. Look at what she's telling me. She threw me off when she asked would I testify. Like, hold on, pump the brakes. I wasn't there for that. This video been floating. Shit, it ain't nothing exclusive.
But so you're not saying that Luce Cannon took care of this dude?
No.
You're saying that
Luce had nothing to do with that.
People are trying to put this on him?
No.
Big U specifically?
No, he said that.
Okay.
He had this girl call me a week or something ago and tell me, Wack, bro, you look at it, you reading the shit.
Yeah, it's a little complicated, but
no, it ain't. Makes no sense. That wasn't nobody from 60s that did that. I hope shit's solid. It makes no sense. That's what I'm saying. No idea. When he calls, I'll call you back. I said, unless old boy playing dirty, right? She said, who? I said, useless, because she telling me Big, Luce said, Big, you say you gonna put that on him, right? You see what she says?
Yeah, she said this just keeps getting worse and worse.
Do you think he's trying to what?
Set up Cannon.
Right? I said, ain't no telling. And then she hits me with that whopper.
If it comes down to it, are you willing to make a statement to vouch for that? I'm going to mention this to the attorney. Or if you can't, is there someone else that can? This is just so wild. Whoever did this in the video, did they ever get caught?
Right? I tell her, from what my understanding is, it's an open case, a cold case. Right? So I'm sitting there saying, damn, that's up. Why would dude put that on Luce? Like, now I'm concerned. I'm like, yeah, I went and made a couple calls. I said, yo, you remember that video I was floating around? They like, yeah, I got it. They sent it. I sent it over here to her. So after a couple days, 3-4 days go by, I'm like, yo, did they charge you? The exposures on the thing, checking the system. Ain't no murder popping up. And then a couple days after that, he starts saying, I'm gonna be home soon. So now I'm scratching my head like, well, the judge denied your bond. In the court, they said they're about to bring other charges on top of what's denying your bond. He calls me and tells me, you said Big U trying to put this on you. Do you have that video? Can you get it for him? I get it. You see, she's sending it to the attorney. Okay, so now I'm like, okay, well, did they charge you with it? Did they charge you with it? No. So now only Big U would know if he has said, I'm gonna put this case on you, which doesn't make sense. Is going back to the lying shit that we used to hear, the manipulation, right? So now I gotta ask myself, why else would you want that video to that unsolved case? And then what would motivate you to start saying, although you don't have a court date, to get out?
So you think he might be working?
No, I'm just saying, it just, when you do the math, 600 is doing his due diligence because, again, I had to call around to find this. He just knew I could call around and find it. Shit ain't exclusive. It was floating when it happened. If I tell you, Adam, hey, bro, you got that whoop, they trying to hit me with a case. And you look up and see I never get the case, but I'm in a situation when I'm not supposed to be out and I end up and I'm out. You're gonna scratch your head about that. And one thing we understand about the feds is that if you want any favor from them, give them a body.
You gotta come with them body.
Yeah, love, this shit finna go crazy. This shit finna go crazy.